Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, what is up, team? Brandon here from Go Headquarters, bringing you the full breakdown for today's workout. On the agenda today, we've got some deadlifts, we've got some run repeats, we've got some hamstring work, so really good day for the backside. Let's get you guys warmed up. Kicking things off, if you have access to a rower, that is awesome. Let's take advantage, guys. We're gonna do 3 rounds, 250-meter row, 10 air squats, and 20 per leg mountain climbers. So right now I'm knocking out my 250-meter row, just nice and smooth. I'm not worried about doing anything heroic to win the warm-up. We are just warming up, guys. If you don't have a rower, don't fret. Just go give me about a 200 or 300-meter run, or roughly a 1-minute equivalent of something of that nature. Running, biking, that kind of thing. So for your 10 air squats, guys, heels are about shoulder width apart. I'm gonna sit my hips back and down while my knees stay out and my chest stays up nice and tall. I am gonna go all the way below parallel, so my hip crease is below my knee, and then stand all the way up at the top. So 10 of those, followed by 20 per leg mountain climbers. So guys, I have a pair of furniture sliders here that I'm using. I'm gonna use these later in the workout for some hamstring work. If you don't have sliders, you can use paper plates if you're on some carpet. You can use some folded up towels if you are on a hardwood floor, tile floor, that sort of thing. So get creative. You can do mountain climbers without any sliders of any kind, but the leg curls we're doing later in the warm-up, or later in the workout, excuse me, you will want some sort of sliding device for the ground, okay? So, warming up, 3 rounds, 250-meter row, 10 air squats, 20 per leg mountain climbers. Next up, we are getting right into our run repeats. So, if you guys need a little run specific warm up before you attack this next phase, that is cool. Feel free to do that, but hopefully we've got your legs moving at least a little bit from what we just finished. So, here's the workout ahead of you. We're gonna do, and this will be for time, you're gonna do an 800-meter run, 2 minutes rest, 800-meter run. Okay, so it is just 2 800-meter run repeats with a 2-minute rest in between them. That's it. So I want you to do that entire thing for time. We're obviously all resting the same 2 minutes, so that 2-minute rest interval is a wash. Try to stick to that 2-minute rest interval. So basically, guys, this totals a 1-mile run today, okay, except there's just 2 minutes rest at the halfway point. So I do want you to do that after the warm-up. Then the rest of your workout will just be strength training and accessory work, okay? So that's what we're getting into next. Next up, let's grab that barbell. We are deadlifting. So I'm gonna do this with a barbell, but again, if you have kettlebells, if you have dumbbells, if you have any heavy loaded implement, that's cool. Figure out how to deadlift with that stuff, guys. So our rep scheme today, 5 sets of 8. Very basic across the board. 8 reps at a time. If I was gonna give you a percentage recommendation today, we're still kind of ramping things up maybe after being off of the barbell for a while. So I would maybe finish at about 65% of your 1 rep max today. So that 5th set of 8 is about 65%. So I've got my feet, they are about hip width apart for the deadlift. My grip is gonna be about shoulder width apart. So my hands are outside of my legs. As I come down, we're gonna go double overhand grip for right now. So my feet are flat, my back is flat. I'm gonna keep my hips above my knees, my shoulders above my hips. So with all of that being said, get the bar close to you, don't have it out here away from you, get it close to you. Then we're gonna drive up So nothing too tricky about the lift itself. It's all about that setup. But now on the way down, guys, we're gonna hinge at the hips, keeping your back flat, keeping your knees tucked back out of the way. Once you've cleared the knee, then you can bend the knees, which should put you right back in that setup stance. Okay, so we will just tap the ground and make an immediate return back to the top. At the end of the set the barbell down the way you've been lifting it the whole time, or if you have bumper plates, drop it from the top. So 5 sets of 8, climbing in weight through those sets, 2-3 minutes rest in between sets. We're still maybe recovering from our run repeats. That's cool. So 5 sets of 8, climbing up to about 65% of your known 1 rep max. Then let's do some accessory work. So guys, we have some core stuff on the agenda today. So next up, I am pulling my sliders back out. So again, this is where you're using whatever implements you happen to have at home based on your flooring. So 3 rounds, 10 hamstring curls, 20 sit-ups. So for hamstring curls, I've got my heels right in the center of my sliders. I do have 1 slider per foot. I'm just gonna lay down on my back. Hands can be beside my butt, not under it. So what I'm gonna do is bridge up, so my butt's already off the ground, and immediately I start to feel my backside, my hamstrings, my glutes, my low back. Now the question is, can I bridge my hips up as I drag my heels in? So we end up looking something like this. And then as I extend my legs out, my hips naturally drop, but I don't allow them to hit the ground. So we wanna kind of act like a hydraulic here. So I'm gonna keep smooth tension. I'm not moving too fast. I'm not just shooting my legs in quickly. We're trying to throw them up. I want time under tension, right? So 10 leg curls as described, followed by 20 sit-ups. So shoulder blades start on the floor, then we do what we've got to do to sit all the way up and beyond 90 degrees. You might need a little arm whip to help. Maybe you struggle on sit-ups and you need to anchor your feet under the couch, plus some arm whip, whatever you got to do there, guys. So 3 rounds, 10 leg curls, 20 sit-ups. One more thing on the agenda, guys, and this is a tough one. We are looking at a Tabata interval of L-sits. So I have a super convenient matching pair of boxes here. If you don't, maybe you can do this on the corner of a countertop between 2 stable chairs. Once again, if you're at home, get creative. If you have parallettes, that works. All sorts of options for an L-sit. So, varying degrees of intensity here as always, but basically I'm taking an overhand grip on my boxes. I like to have my hands on the flat surface of the box as opposed to hanging over the edge. Some of you might like having fingers over the edge. That's okay too, but I would advance you to get your hands flat on the boxes. So what I'm gonna do is lock out my arms. I'm going to slowly lift my feet off the ground, so that way I'm already stable. Now I'm slowly going to extend my legs to the straightest and most toe point position possible, and I'm gonna hang out here for 20 seconds. Then I'm gonna rest for 10 seconds, and then back to the next set, 20 seconds, back to rest for 10 seconds, and we're gonna repeat that for all 8 rounds. Now, this is really, really hard, guys. So, would I be able to maintain that leg extension and toe point for all 8 sets of 20 seconds? Maybe not. So, if I need to retreat a little bit, maybe I retreat just a little bit like this. You don't have to be all or none on the leg extension, because every degree you open up that knee does make the L-sit harder and harder and harder. So don't feel like you need to be all the way out or all the way tucked in. So I want you to extend out to the farthest position that you can maintain and repeat, okay? So don't do a full retreat and don't come out too hot either. So finishing today's workout with 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of an L-sit. Super tough move, guys, so give it your best. Stay safe out there. Hopefully you enjoyed today's workout. Keep punching. We'll see you next time.